the winner here, Kingdom Come, showing brilliant gate speed. Well, Katie put the writing on the wall last week with his exceptional early speed out of the gate, so he looked the leader tonight.
Yeah, he did. I was so happy with him last week. He's not a great track worker at home, so I didn't know how far he was going to go. And although I'd been happy with him, his previous runs, he hadn't beaten, horses of great depth. So I was so pleased with him last week. And, I sort of thought he was, barring any bad luck tonight, he should probably win.
Yes, well, he had a reasonable run in front, but I was just thinking at the bell, there's this huge horse on his outside. I hope mentally he's quite strong because Son of Sunoco dwarfed him at the bell.
Yeah, there's plenty of horses that can't cop that physical pressure, Craig, and mentally too. But he's just a great little racehorse, and even at home if you work him in front, he just doesn't go until you peel one off him, and then he just hits the line really good and grabs the bit. So I didn't think it would bother him too much on his run last week. He showed he can run solid mile rates, but yeah, you'd prefer not to have it.
Well, progressing along, he's obviously got that brilliant gate speed, so he can put himself into the races. He's also got really good standing start form, so that there's a lot of upside to him.
Yeah, there is. Like, we didn't know about the gate speed, and obviously until Bendigo last week, and I didn't ask him. He just gets behind the gate and runs it, and I come back and I said to Andy last week, he should win a fair few more races with that gate speed, because gate speed's just gold, as you know, this class, and even races, and you get on the fence, and it just makes your job so much easier, and the horse goes so much better. So, really happy with him, and been another, good little purchase, and he's got a few more in him yet, I think.
Doc Wilson joining us after MSG's victory. Doc, this horse going well, not far away in its heat last week, and I thought from the pole it was a good chance.
Yeah, I thought so. The one that sort of crossed him last week had drawn on me back, so I didn't think there was a lot of speed there. So I always thought he could kick up and hold the lead. Yeah.
I've called him a few times in the country. He always gave me the impression that he was big and gangly and still learning. Is that the case?
Yeah, he's pretty big and gangly. I don't know about learning. He's just very erratic. Yeah, so it's taken a long time for the penny to drop a bit.
Yeah, a few times I thought, geez, he's gone good tonight, this horse. He goes all right, but he's all over the place. But tonight, in front there, he was able to concentrate and run in a straight line and get the prize.
Exactly, yeah. Once he's sort of in front, he sort of tends to back off a little bit and don't over-race, and I think that helps him a little bit as well, yeah.
And MSG, what does it stand for?
I think if you look at the broodmare, she's out of something to do with food, and the MSG's what's in the Chinese food or something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I learn something new every day. Jason Lee joining us. I had a chuckle this morning reading the Herald Sun at Jason Bonington's comments that Kinvara Sue's had less luck than Wile E. Coyote. So I think Jason Lee decided at the 1,200 metres mark, I want to be the road runner tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Probably just backed off a little bit, and it popped into my head that, we've been unlucky, and I just thought we'll make sure we ain't unlucky tonight.
At the time, you always have thoughts going through your mind. I thought at the 1,200 metre mark, by gee, Jason Lee's brave here. Garshaway sat without cover and gave Dance Craze a bit of a fright last week. He might be parked the trip, but all of a sudden you're in front, and I thought, gee, that was a good drive.
Yeah, I thought I'd get there. It just had to be how much work I had to do to get there, whether it was pushing that one to the front or crossing a lot of them. And we were coming pretty quick with a good hold on her, and probably, the last 20 or 30 metres, I just give her a little flick and let her stride up, and sort of probably made Kate's decision a little bit easier, I suppose, that we were coming that hard that she took cover.
You got headed off at the start, Rebecca, but you then did very well to get the 1-1 trail.
Yeah, it was always going to be a question whether he'd get out good enough, but we got lucky and the gap come, so it all worked out in the end.
You're very modest, aren't you? Got lucky. Yeah, it was a good drive. Just give yourself some credit. As Whale Buy's not a very happy chappy, but we'll just continue on for the moment. Yeah, give yourself some credit.
Credit goes to this horse and Steve, really. Put a lot of hard work into him to get him here, and very proud of him to get this far.
Has he always shown the ability? He's only had 3 starts, so midway through his 3-year-old season.
No, he hasn't actually. Probably was only really a couple of months ago. Steve was questioning him and whether he was going to make it or not, but he's just couldn't pace properly and was crossfiring. And the last few weeks in that, he put it all together and has produced the goods.
What did happen tonight, Karen?
I wasn't quite as excited this week, but it was still really good.
It certainly was. Last week was probably the most animated I've seen you for many years.
Yes. No, I guess I was just proud of the horse and was excited for her too because she deserved a Group 1 and everything went to plan and I just got a little bit too excited.
Oh, I don't think so. I enjoy it. I think a lot of the crowd do enjoy it too. That it means so much to a trainer and driver winning, such a big race.
Oh, it sure does. That's right. It's they're hard to win, and when you can get one, it's pretty good. It helps with everything, with all the hard work you put in, and everybody at home puts in, and to get a good win with a horse that you really like is very special.
Yeah, it was very special. It was very special tonight too, the Golden Rain Free for All. Now, every now and then in the race calling ranks, you'll hear a caller say, "Oh, so-and-so's giggling in the sulky," and you think, well, it's not quite that case, but you would have had a smile on your face when you had a look at the 41.5 lead time. In the book, the fastest lead time is 41.9, so the leaders, Lenny the Shark and I'm the Boss, went really quickly early, which suited you.
Yeah, that's right. Chris was on a bit of a mission from the start, and I had to chase through pretty hard early to hold the ones out wide out from getting in, and they just kept going, and it was good to get on the back of Moonrock, who's a really nice horse too, and got a good card up at the bell. We were up nice and handy, and it was like last week everything went right again, and she could use her speed again, which is pretty fast.
Well, I say that it went 41.5 and they really flew and the leaders were going to come back to you, but they still got home in 55.4, 27.7. You don't get home too much quicker than that.
No, that's right. No, it's pretty low flying that, and it's a good mile rate over the distance, and she just did it so well. She seems to be back in the zone now. She was a bit naughty first up, obviously got a bit too keen, but we've worked on that and changed a few things, and she seems to be behaving herself, and if she does that, she's going to be competitive in anything she races in.
And keep on rocking, being the victor here, and Mark Pitt joining us. Well, Mark, you had the inside of the second line draw, and you followed through, and in the end, the pace of the race really suited this horse.
Yeah, no, that's right. He had a good draw tonight. He is fast off a cold sit, and that they kept running throughout the trip, and he just got the right luck tonight, and he proved too strong for him.
Only his third run for Isabel Walsh, and certainly has gone very well in these 3 starts to date.
Yeah, no, he's gone great. He's probably a little bit unlucky at his first start, but last week he obviously needed to run a bit, and tonight he was cherry ripe.
Yeah, 152.8. He followed the speed nicely, and he had a good kick at the finish. So it all goes well. Every Metropolitan win makes it harder for you, but it all goes well for the future. They don't go much faster than 52.8.
No, that's right. It was pretty genuine tonight, and it actually felt like they were really rolling, and they were. And and off a cold sit, he's really fast.
Chris was surprised that he found the front, but this horse is very strong, Chris, and you used his strength early to get around the field and eventually found the front.
Yeah, it was a bit surprising. If you said we'd be in front by the lap to go from this draw, you'd think we're a bit crazy. But he trailed through really good, and there wasn't a lot of speed on, so we just kept pressing forward. And as you said, he's pretty strong, and he even showed a real good turn of zip the last 400 tonight.
He's a horse has always showed ability, but it took him a long time to get there. But I think now he's really come of age.
Yeah, I think Brooke looked after him really well when he was learning. He's still a bit sort of, as you might say, dopey. Doesn't know what's going on and sort of starts and stops. But he's a really nice horse.
Yeah, well, his performance behind Co Bailey a couple of runs back was terrific, and Co Bailey I think is a horse of the future. So this horse has got more wins left in him.
Yeah, you would think so. He'll go well again next week in the final and go on to be really competitive on here on a Metro night.
Craig's a very underrated driver, and it's good to see you back in terrific form, Craig. And this horse is very good himself. General Dodge, a terrific win again tonight.
Yeah, no, he's a lovely horse. He's going places, this horse, and he just seems to get better and better. And look, we were a little bit surprised he got beat, but Share the Road's been going super. And look, he just seems to, once he gets a little bit fitter, he should get better.
Well, he's got a terrific strike rate as it is. Just speaking to the owners, had a few niggling problems right throughout his career, but sometimes that's a good thing because once you get mature and you've learnt and you get over those problems, you become a better horse in the long run.
Yeah, no, look, he just got bigger and stronger, and I think sometimes you're better off, looking after him, and Mick's done a great job with him. He's never pushed him, and, he's taken his time with him and putting the grounding into him, and look, he's made him into the horse he is, and he's been very patient, and a lot of people probably may not have been as patient as Mick, but look, he just seems to just get better and better with time, and look, everyone's sort of saying, oh, he's the next in a Dominion horse. I think you've got to be careful getting to the stage where you start putting tags on him like that because, like he's just a horse that's going to go through his classes. I know he's been impressive, but sometimes you can get a little bit carried away. And look, he's got the makings of being a really nice horse, but look, over the time that we've had horses over the time, they do get to a mark, and you've got to try and look after them and try and season them against these sort of horses.
I always think that when you hit that sort of level, you have to be at that level for at least a year before you see the best of the horse.
I guarantee, and they've got a race, and look, Mick's been very sparingly racing him, and look, it's made him, but look, like you said, over a year, it just makes him into the horses that you want him to be.
A narrow second, good win tonight.
Yeah, she went good, like over the 22.40, whatever it is tonight, but she did go good, and she seems to be getting better and better, but nearly just got nutted on the line. But look, she seems to be sort of, every time we step her up, she seems to improve.
When you think the horse that nearly beat you on the line has won 2 races and you're having your second start as a maiden, and that horse raced in the Homegrown Classic last week. I mean, it wasn't an ordinary horse chasing you. It was quite a talented one.
Yeah, well, I thought it was the one that's probably the most seasoned that thought would be the one to sort of worry about. And look, it nearly got me. So it's sort of like, it just proves that, with a bit of racing, like he's had about 8 starts, the one that nearly beat me tonight. So look, I just got to hope mine gets better like it has over the journey. So, but every time I ask her to go that little bit better, she does. So I'm hoping that she's going to be good enough to go in the Breeders' Crown, but they've still got to improve a bit too.
Vincent shoots clear now. Is this a star on the rise? Vincent brains them. Vincent by 15. How big was that, Vincent? That was outstanding.
Heaven Rocks Titan better. It's an all-stars show in the Auckland Cup, and Vincent too good.